Myself, Dr. Nagaraj Kamath, Assistant Professor and Assistant Head in the Department of Kriya Sharira, SDM College of Ayurveda and Hospital Hassan. Today, the topic of discussion is Lokapurusha Samya Siddhanta. Let us first see the contents of the presentation, need of the study, then about Lokapurusha Samya, then we will be dealing the set of examples related to anatomy, physiology as well as pathology, and finally summary or take home points. So first of all, need of the study, similarity of the humans with the universe in relation with structure, function and pathology. This is what is needed for us because in treatment of different disorders, this theory is widely applicable as well as utilized. So these are the main purpose why we are studying or need of this particular topic to study. So next is about Lokapurusha Samya. We have to understand two important shlokas in this slide. First is Yat Pinde Tat Brahmande, Yat Brahmande Tat Pinde. Means the components of the universe is equal to the components which are there in the human beings. This is reference you get in Vedas. As per Charaka Samhita, one more reference you get where it says that Yavanto hi loke murtimanto bhava visheshaha tavantaha purushe yavantaha purushe tavantaha loke iti. Means any living body is nothing but the representation of the full universe. Then next is about Sushruta Samhita Shloka in Sutrasthana 21st chapter where he mentions Visarga Adana Vikshepaihi Soma Surya Anila Yatha Dharayanti Jagaddeham Kafapitta Anilastatha. He tells that how Soma, that is moon, which gives strength, and Surya, which takes our energy or strength, and Anila, that is Vayu, is responsible for the movement in the universe. Similarly, in body, Kapha, Pitta, and Vata will be doing the same kind of functions. Kapha will be giving up the energy, Pitta will be taking away the energy, and Vayu will be or Vata is responsible for the movements. Next, we'll go up with the examples. So first, anatomical examples, and these are clinically applicable too. So if you consider in the Loka, you get a drug named as Bingaraja, and this is having similarity of anatomical similarity with the Kesha, and it is best drug for best Kesha drug. Now, when you consider in the Loka, you have a drug called as Manjukaparni, which is having structural similarity with the brain, and it is best for improving the memory as well as the IQ. In the Loka, you have a drug called as Kanchanara, and it is best treated or best drug for any thyroid related cases, and structurally it is very much similar. Next is Lashuna. This is having structural similarity with the stomach in our body, and this is particular drug which is given for any gastric abnormalities. Then Draksha, if you see the bunch of Draksha, then it simulates structurally with the bunch of alveoli. So if any alveolar related disorders are there, then this is the best drug that you can prescribe. Then Karavelaka, which is bitter gourd, structural similarity in the body is with pancreas. So if you have any pancreas related disorders, especially in diabetes, this is the best medicine that is being prescribed. Next, we'll go off with the physiological examples. So in the Loka, you will be having certain channels which flow up. In the body, you have certain channels. It may be arteries, blood vessels, any kind of blood vessels. Then in the Loka, you have Pakva Phala, which is ripened fruit, which is having Sarasa, which can be eaten. So in the same way, in the Purusha, you have certain stage called as Pakvata, where it is called as reproductive age. So this can be related with. Then in the Loka, you have something called as blossoming of the flower, which can be related with the function called as Unmesha, that is opening of the eyelids. In the Loka, you have periodic shedding of the leaves, and in the body, you have periodic shedding of the endometrium in the women. In Loka, you have something called as Bija Samskarana or Abhisamskara, where there is a growth of certain seed to the biggest tree or a plant under the influence of Vayu. Similarly, under the influence of Vayu, in the body, there is the formation of Garbhakriti as well as growth. Certain pathological examples, if we consider, in Loka, you have something called as global warming, whereas in the body, that is in the Purusha, you have something called as rise of temperature, that is nothing but Jvara. In the body, you have something called as volcano, where there is eruption of the lava which is there in the core of the earth. In body, you have something called as Urdhvagata Raktapitta or Urdhvagata Amlapitta, where the acid which is there in the stomach, it is directed upwards. Then in the Loka, you have something called as drought, and in the body, you have something called as Rasakshaya or Raukshata, where there is crackles that is present in the skin. Then in the Loka, you have something called as a tornado, where there is abnormal movement of the Vata, and in the body also you have something called as abnormal movement of Vata, which is called as Udavartha. In Loka, you can see the abnormality with the earthquakes, which we call it as Bhukampa. Whereas in the Purusha also you have, or in the body also you get same disorders, like it is called as Sharira Kampa. So these are the certain similarities you get anatomically, physiologically, as well as pathologically. So finally, to summarize, similarity of the humans with the universe in relation with the structure, functions, and pathology. This is what Lokapurusha Samya deals with, and has considered Visarga Adana Vikshepaihi Soma Surya Anila Yatha Dharayanti Jagadeham Kapha Pitta Anilasthatha. So how Soma, Surya, and Anila gives up the functions of giving strength, taking away the strength, as well as the movement. In the same way, in the body, the certain functions, these functions will be taken up by Kapha Pitta as well as Vata. Thank you.